Good day, dear friends. In today's video, I'm going to introduce you to a program that my friend and I are working on. Um, the objective of the program is to adapt the best practices from our ancestors um, to our modern day life. So, why we are doing and what is it about, right? So, we know that in modern day, we have definitely scientifically and technologically advanced. However, our day-to-day life is not as great as it should be for the kind of the advances that we had done. We are mired with like stress, exhaustion. We are consuming junk food. It's sometimes difficult to know what to eat, what not to eat, and then there's a lot of clutter, figuratively and literally, in our lives. So our idea is that as practitioners of Ayurveda and other ancient sciences, my friend and I, our idea is that we need to look at our ancestors and then see what we can learn from them, and we can adapt some of those best practices without giving up our modern day lives. Gifts like electricity or internet. So let's learn from our ancestors. But one of the biggest hindrances that I see that we have is from learning from our ancestors, that we have this idea that we are the most advanced civilization. So we know better than our ancestors, but I suggest otherwise. For example, let's look at our ancestors, right? Our ancient civilizations like Indus Valley civilization, the Machu Picchu, the Mayan world, the pyramids, Egyptians, Greeks, Persians, wherever you look, we know that pretty advanced, they had pretty advanced technology to their time. And even considering today's standards, they were pretty advanced. Even today, it is difficult to construct some of these. And just looking at the Sindhu Saraswati civilization, which is known as Indus Valley civilization, also known as Indus Valley civilization, the urban planning is mind blowing. They knew more than we know in some of the domains. In some of the domains, yes, we are more advanced, but in some of the domains, definitely they were more advanced. So there is always a chance of learning from them. And for example, not so ancient, but even the medieval temples like Padmanabha Swami temple, which takes, which shows sun setting, that we can see the sun setting through the seven windows of the Padmanabha Swami temple in Kerala during the January festival, the Konark temple where the sundial is there. It's completely an astronomical observatory, and the sundial still works. At the Brihadishwaraya temple, which is so difficult to construct even today, but it is medieval. We know it is not aliens or it's some lost civilization that constructed it. That clearly shows our ancestors had the knowledge, and they are pretty advanced in their own way, and there are learnings from us. One good news about our ancestors that I must tell you is that they left a treasure for us in the form of the best practices, in a very structured form as four sister sciences. Um, Unfortunately, they are not lost. Some of it is lost, but most of it is preserved in India, like in the form of the four system sciences, which are Ayurveda, which is the science of life, where it is basically the medical healthcare system. It focuses on prevention of diseases as well as treating the diseases, and it is a lifestyle type of it includes lifestyle in addition to medical treatments, and it focuses on rasayana, that is anti-aging. And then we have Jyotish, which is astronomy. There's a popular misconception that it is pseudoscience or it is some spiritual thing. No, it is actually astronomy. I have made videos clearly showing how Hindu calendar is very astronomical and takes into consideration the movement of the luminaries. And there are a lot of details in this Vedic astrology, which is astronomy. Again, I have to mention that this is astronomy, how to take advantage of the nature cycles and how to take advantage of the ritus, that is the seasons, and make sure that we are following our cycle. Human cycle is in tune with the nature cycle, and also there are best practices and the timing, the cropping, farming, and other industries to be in tune with this, the luminary luminaries, etc. And then there is Vastu Shastra, which is the science of architecture and science of direction, which includes urban planning, the rural planning, the houses, the temples, the offices, etc. You need to know this to believe how advanced and how detailed this Shastra is. I'm a practitioner of both Vedic astrology and Ayurveda. I do see clients, so I know I can clearly tell you these are complementary sciences. And the yoga with I don't even need to explain how smart our ancestors must have been, how advanced they must have been to understand human anatomy and physiology to such a detail that somebody could come up with this kind of science like yoga. And I and these are known as sister sciences. There is a very good reason because they complement each other. And my friend and I are working on this 3-month program for our clients so that they can adopt some of these best practices in their modern day-to-day life without having to lose the modern amenities like electricity or internet. And we will be revealing the details of the program in the next few months. Meanwhile, I have one request that I hope this will reach the Indian government. Indian government has currently a ministry called Ministry of Ayush, which focuses on healthcare, and that includes Ayurveda, Unani, homeopathy, and Siddha. However, I request the Indian government to create an umbrella ministry consisting of all these four sister sciences because they complement each other. You cannot really practice Ayurveda without practicing yoga and without or ignoring Vastu or Jyotish. So all four work together. And I would like Indian government, being India being the being the knowledge keeper of these four shastras, it is very important that government understands and government encourages the use of the best practices from these four sciences in modern life. So for that, I believe there is a need for a department or a program or a ministry or whatever the structure is that has this umbrella type of a thing for all these four complementary sciences. And stay tuned for our program and the details that we'll be launching soon. Thank you for listening to me.